Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. Welcome to session 48 of the Sundarakandam learning series. In today's session, we shall be continuing with the last part of Sarga 13. For those who are watching this video for the first time, please watch the previous video and then watch this so that you can understand the meaning of Namostu Ramaya, the 59th shloka, which we have just learned in the previous class. It is a very important shloka. In this entire 13th chapter, we see the despondency of Hanuman after his mission has met with seeming failure. He is very upset about the consequences that would be caused, and therefore he feels that it is better for him to commit suicide. Then he says, no, committing suicide is a terrible thing, because just if there is life, there is hope. So let me not give up this life. Then what came the question? So he thought, okay, then let me be a tapasvi, let me be nirahara, without eating anything, with niyatendriyaha, controlling my senses. Let me do tapas. So having made this resolution, he then offers his prostrations. He says, Vasun Rudran, Etan Sarvan Namaskritya. So after bowing to all of these, Etebhya Sarva Namaskritya. So after bowing to all of these people, after bowing to the higher powers, I will move forward. And then we see in this shloka, it is that he thinks and then says, oh, when I said Suryaya Mahendraya, when I took off from the Mahendragiri, I did not name Rama, Lakshmana, and most importantly, Sita Mata. That the Jagan Mata, she has to show herself to me. So let me pray to her for her anugraha. That is why Deviyai Janakatmachaye. Okay, so Sita Mata he prays to. After praying to her, and then Rama, Lakshmana, and the others, he then says, okay, what should I do next? So this is the prayer that he offers. So we will now go to the 60th shloka. Satebhyastu namaskritya Satebhyastu namaskritya Sugrivaya cha marutihi Sugrivaya cha marutihi Dishah sarvah samalokya Dishah sarvah samalokya Hyashokavanikam prati Hyashokavanikam prati Satebhyastu namaskritya Sugrivaya cha marutihi Satebhyastu namaskritya Sugrivaya cha marutihi Dishah sarvah samalokya Hyashokavanikam prati Dishah sarvah samalokya Hyashokavanikam prati. Together. Satebhyastu namaskritya Sugrivaya cha marutihi Dishah sarvah samalokya Hyashokavanikam prati. So now, what is he doing? He's just uttered the words Namostu Ramaya Lakshmanaya, right? In that, one important person was missing. Who was it? Sugriva. So mentally, he is now offering his prostrations to Sugriva also, because Sugriva is like a father to him now. Correct? He is the one to whom he is a loyal minister. Okay, he is the son of Surya Bhagavan, his own guru. So Hanuman owes a debt of loyalty to Surya Bhagavan and therefore to Sugriva. Therefore, he is his loyal minister. So Sugriva is in Pitasthanam. So Saha Marutihi, that Hanuman, Tebhyaha Namaskritya. Tebhyaha refers to whom? Ramaya, Lakshmanaya, Janakatmajaye, Rudrendra Yamanilebhyaha, Chandraarkamarudganebhyaha Namaskritya. After bowing to all these people, Tebhyaha refers to those. Who are those? As referred in previous shloka. All those people. Namaskritya, Sugrivaya cha Namaskritya. Are mentally having bowed to Sugriva also. Sarvaha Dishaha Samalokya. Looking carefully in all the directions. Ashokavanikam prati. Okay. Ashokavanikam prati. He looked towards the Ashokavana. Okay. So now he's seen an Ashokavana. It looks promising. Before deciding to leap over the boundary wall that separates Ravana's palace to the Ashokavana, he thinks, what must I do? He doesn't directly, impulsively leap. He offers prayers to the higher powers. Most importantly, he offers prayers to Janakatmaja, Devi Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, Sugriva, and then he again looks carefully at all the directions, looks at Ashoka. Okay, and then what happens? Vanika itself means small vana. It's not a forest. Vanika means what? It's like a glade. It's a small forest. That is why Vanika. Okay, so now we come to the next shloka. Sagatva manasa purvam Sagatva manasa purvam Ashokavanikam shubham Ashokavanikam shubham Uttaram chintayamasa Uttaram chintayamasa Vanaro marutatmajah Vanaro marutatmajah Sagatva manasa purvam Ashokavanikam shubham Sagatva manasa purvam Ashokavanikam shubham Taram chintayamasa Vanaro marutatmajah Uttaram chintayamasa Vanaro marutatmajah. Together. Sagatva manasa purvam Ashokavanikam shubham Uttaram chintayamasa Vanaro marutatmajah. Now what does he do? Marutatmajaha Saha, first word, no, Sir is there, no, that is actually Saha. After Sandhi, it has become Sir. So Marutatmajaha Saha Vanaraha, that son of Vayu, that Hanuman, what did he do? Manasa Purvam. Purvam, in the beginning, at first, Manasa, mentally. Shubham Ashokavanikam Gatva, having gone to the auspicious Ashokavana, Uttaram Chintayamasa. What next? What should I do? Iti Chintayamasa. He thought. The verb is Chintayamasa lit lakara, which means he thought. Okay. So now this again shows after praying to the higher powers, he is thinking before acting. Mentally, he is mapping out his movement. He is thinking, how should I approach? This he did even at the beginning when he was about to leap over the ocean also. Manasa Paramprapya, after crossing over the ocean mentally, is how it is described in the first Sarga by Valmiki. Here again you see, after praying to the higher powers, after praying to Rama, Sita and Lakshmana, again he is mentally planning his action before acting. So this tells us the importance of mentally planning an action before undertaking it. We have seen the same point earlier also. Right? So that contemplation on what should be the next course of action. What is happening here? And how should he reach Ashokavana? Dhruvam tu raksho bahula, dhruvam tu raksho bahula, bhavishyati vanakula, bhavishyati vanakula, ashokavanika chintya, ashokavanika chintya. Sarva Sanskrita, Sarva Sanskrita, Dhruvantu Raksho Bahula, Bhavishyati Vanakula, Dhruvantu Raksho Bahula, Bhavishyati Vanakula, Ashokavanika Chintya, Sarva Sanskrita, Ashokavanika Chintya. Sarva Sanskrita. Together. Dhruvantu raksho bahula bhavishyati vanakula ashokavanika chintya sarva sanskrita. So we see, when in managerial analysis, before we undertake any new action or project, we do something called SWOT analysis. Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats are studied. So here the fourth is being studied. What are the threats that are facing me? Strengths he somewhat knows. Weaknesses he doesn't have, but he probably thinks he has some, just as a nimitta for us. We also have a lot of lack of self-confidence, which is probably what he underwent when he felt he should give up his life, right? So strengths, weaknesses, he knows. Opportunity, yes, Ashokavana is a beautiful opportunity which is glittering in front of him. Now, what are the threats? Ashokavanika, Achintya Ashokavanika, Dhruvam Rakshoba Bahula, Vanakula, Sarvasanskara Sanskrita, Bhavishyati. It will surely be like this, he thinks. Bhavishyati means it will be so. What will be so? Achintya Ashokavanika, the incomprehensible Ashokavana. Why? Because Dhruvam, certainly, Raksho Bahula, guarded by many Rakshasas. Vanakula, with many trees. Sarva Sanskara Sanskrita, carefully tended to look dense and impenetrable. Therefore, Achintya. Therefore, difficult to map out. See, from a distance, if you can see what is there inside the Vana, then it is not Achintya. It is very easy to see and understand. Whereas here, he is not able to make out. Why? It seems to be a dense Vanika. A lot of trees are there. They are also seen. Then he thinks surely it must be heavily guarded by the Rakshasas also. And carefully tended. Tall trees must have been planted in the outer boundaries. So they act as a natural fencing for the Vana also. You won't be able to see what is inside. Usually these Vanikas are like that. They have tall trees planted at the boundaries to make sure that nobody is able to look in, because they are actually pleasure gardens of the king. These are not naturally occurring forests in the wild area. This is a man-made forest. And why forest means small forest, mini forest, Vanika. And why has it been made? For the, that's why it's called an Ashoka Vana. It is not that it has only Ashoka trees. We must not think like that. What does Ashoka mean? Yatra Shoka Hana Vidyate Ashoka. Where there is no Shoka, there is Ashoka. So to give up your Shoka, the kings are very stressed to know. So to give up their Shoka, they will go to those pleasure gardens. They will stroll, Japanese say, forest bathing. So they have their own small area for forest bathing, their own small area where there is fresh oxygen and greenery to see and enjoy and get rid of the stress. So that is why it must be like that. He thinks. He still doesn't know that Sita Mata is there. He just knows that I have not seen this so far. Okay, next shloka. Dakshinascha, 1 minute. Yeah, Aarti ji, your hand was raised.
Ma'am, in the context of this shloka, what do the words sanskar and sanskrita mean, ma'am?
Oh, Sanskrita means made up like that or created like that. Okay, cultivated. Sanskara means cultivation. It has been well cultivated with good cultivation, if you translate it literally. The word Sanskrit itself means cultivating yourself. Cultivating. So Sanskriti also means cultivation. What does it mean? Carefully leaving out the bad things, weeding out the bad things, keeping the good qualities, tending to our own inner selves in a way that we are good and that we become better. So that is only Sanskaraha, Sanskriti. Sanskrit also comes from the same word. Right. Next shloka. Rakshinascha vihita. Rakshinascha vihita. Nunam rakshanti padapan. Nunam rakshanti padapan. Bhagavanapi sarvatma. Bhagavanapi sarvatma. Natikshubham pravati vai. Natikshobham pravati vai. Rakshinascha vihitaha. Nunam rakshanti padapan. Rakshinascha vihita. Nunam rakshanti padapan. Bhagavanapi sarvatma. Natikshobham pravati vai. Bhagavanapi sarvatma. Natikshobham pravati vai. Together. Rakshinascha vihita. Nunam rakshanti padapan. Bhagavanapi sarvatma. Natikshobham pravati vai. The verb here is pravati, blows. Atra, here, vihitaha rakshinaha cha. Vihitaha means posted in different places, ordained, kept in different places. Rakshinaha refers to guards. The Rakshasa guards. Rakshinaha, Raksha karoti iti Rakshinaha. Ini pratyaya. Rakshinaha, those who guard. Cha, and Noon, Padapan Nunam rakshanti. They are guarding the trees. Padapaha, we've seen earlier. Those which drink from their feet, trees. Padapan, trees. Nunam, surely. Rakshanti, protect. Surely there are guards posted there who are protecting the trees. Sarvatma Bhagavan api na atikshobham pravati vai. Sarvatma, all pervasive. Bhagavan, Lord. Na, not. Atikshobham, violently or little agitated, in an agitated manner. Pravati, blow. Certainly, why, surely, indeed. Okay, that is the meaning. So here, I'm sure, no, surely these trees are being heavily guarded by various security forces who have been posted in different places. It is so heavily guarded that even the all-pervasive Bhagavan cannot blow here in a little agitated manner, cannot blow here violently. So who's the Bhagavan here? He is referring to his father as Bhagavan, Vayu. So even Vayu cannot blow here unhindered. Okay, it's so heavily guarded. That is the meaning. Sakshiptoyam mayatma. Sakshiptoyam mayatma cha. Ramarthe ravanasya cha. Ramarthe ravanasya cha. Siddhim me samvidhasyanti. Siddhim me samvidhasyanti. Deva sarshiganaastviha. Deva sarshiganaastviha. Deva sarshiganaastviha. I hope it's clear. Devaha sarshiganaha tu iha. Deva sarshiganaastviha. Sakshiptoyam mayatma cha. Ramarthe ravanasya cha. There is no need for a gap or a dash between the sa and the kshipto as it is in this, as it is there in this page. It is this sakshipta. Okay. Siddhim me samvidhasyanti. Deva sarshigana stviha. Siddhim me samvidhasyanti. Deva sarshigana stviha. Together. Sakshiptoyam mayatma cha. Ramarthe ravanasya cha. Siddhim me samvidhasyanti. Deva sarshigana stviha. Yeah, 1 second, Radhaji. I am also checking that only. I think what is going through your mind is going through my mind also. 1 minute. In the Giri book, it is given as Sir dash Kshiptavayam. There are Sakshiptaha, you can say. Sankshiptaha would be a better word. Sankshiptaha means contracted.
In Gita
In
Pravesha
Gita
book,
Sankshiptaha.
Gita Pravesha book, there is a Anuswara.
Anuswara. Sankshiptaha meaning is there. In fact, two commentators take the meaning as Sankshiptaha. Sakshiptaha could mean entered, well entered. Sankshiptaha means well contracted. So both are there. I'll explain the meaning when we come to it, but the dash can be removed. You can put a dot on top, Sankshiptoyam if you say also, it is not wrong. Sakshiptoyam if you say also, it is not wrong. Okay, so now we'll see the meaning. Maya, by me. Okay, the verb here is samvidhasyanti, will give. Samvidhasyanti, will give. Maya, Ramarthe, Ravanasya cha, Ayam Atma Sakshiptaha. Maya, by me, Ramarthe, for Rama's purpose. We all know what is Rama's purpose, finding Sita. Ravanasya cha, what is Ravana's? Ravana's purpose is Ravana is going to get destroyed. So for the purpose of destruction of Ravana, Ravanasya cha. Ayam Atma, this self. Sakshiptaha, Sarshigadaha, Devaha, Ihame Siddhim Samvidhasyati. I have, if you take the meaning as Sankshiptaha, the meaning would be I have contracted myself in order to cross the ocean and now I'm here in Ashokavara. Okay. If you take the meaning as Sakshiptaha, the meaning would be I have put myself in this situation. I have thrown myself here. I have entered this situation. So I have entered here for Ram. Both meanings are therefore fine. I have entered here for Rama's goal, for Ravana's destruction as well. Sarshi Ganaha Devaha, may the entire collection of all the rishis. Gana means group. Sar Rishi Ganaha and the Rishi Ganas, Devas and the Devas. Iha, here, may siddhim, for me success, Sambidhasyanti, will surely give. Okay, so what I'm doing is not a selfish act. What I'm doing is for Rama. I'm doing God's work. So his classic instrument is how he is talking like. I'm an instrument of Bhagwan. I'm doing Bhagwan's work. Second, I'm working for Loka Kalyanam also. Why? Because Ravanasya Vadham is Loka Kalyanam. So I am working for Bhagavan. I'm working for Loka Kalyanam. Okay. So when Bhagavan's work is done, automatically the rishis will bless. When Loka Kalyanam is done, the devas will bless. So both are blessing me. Rishis are blessing me because I'm doing Bhagavan's work. Because I'm doing Loka Kalyanam and taking care of everyone's hita, the devas will surely bless me. So my work will meet with success. Siddhim Sambidhasyanti. They will give me success. Okay, so this is what he is thinking like that. Brahma Swayambhur Bhagavan. Brahma Swayambhur Bhagavan. Devaschaiva dishantu me. Devaschaiva dishantu me. Siddhimagni chava. Lashya, 1 second, I need it, ma. Siddhimagni chava. Puruhuta cha vajrabhrit. Puruhuta cha vajrabhrit. Puruhuta cha vajrabhrit. Brahma Swayambhur Bhagavan. Devaschaiva dishantu me. Siddhimagni cha vayucha. Puruhuta cha vajrabhrit. Siddhimagni cha vayucha. Puruhuta cha vajrabhrit. Agnihi, Vayuhu, Puruhutaha. Okay, these are all the Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachana Padam. The Visargas have disappeared on account of Sandhi. So it is actually Siddhim, Agnihi, cha Vayuhu, cha Puruhutaha, Vajrabhrit is Vajrabhrit. Okay, so we'll chant it once more together. Brahma Swayambhur Bhagavan. Devaschaiva dishantu me. Siddhimagni cha Vayucha. Puruhuta cha Vajrabhrit. Now we have to do the next two shlokas also to do the Anvaya. Varunah Pashahastascha. Varunah Pashahastascha. Somadityau tathaiva cha. Somadityau tathaiva cha. Ashvinau cha mahatmanau. Ashvinau cha mahatmanau. Marutas sarva eva cha. Marutah sarva eva cha. Varunah Pashahastascha. Somadityau tathaiva cha. Varunah Pashahastascha. Somadityau tathaiva cha. Ashvinau cha mahatmanau. Marutah sarva eva cha. Ashvinau cha mahatmanau. Marutah sarva eva cha. Together. Varunah Pashahastascha. Somadityau tathaiva cha. Ashvinau cha mahatmanau. Marutah sarva eva cha. Siddhim sarvani bhutani. Siddhim sarvani bhutani. Bhutanam chaiva yah prabhuhu. Bhutanam chaiva yah prabhuhu. Dasyanti mama ye चान्ये दास्यन्ति मम ये चान्ये ह्यदृष्टाः पथि गोचराः ह्यदृष्टाः पथि गोचराः ह्यदृष्टाः पथि गोचराः सिद्धिं सर्वाणि भूतानि भूतानां चैव यः प्रभुः सिद्धिं सर्वाणि भूतानि भूतानां चैव यः प्रभुः दास्यन्ति मम ये चान्ये दास्यन्ति मम ये चान्ये यदृष्टाः पथि गोचराः यदृष्टाः पथि गोचराः. These three shlokas are also important in the sense of Hanuman's mental state. We must understand, after surrendering at the feet of Janakatmaja, after bowing to Rama, Lakshmana, Sugriva and the others, now he is contemplating action. Now what he is doing in these three shlokas is basically from prarthana state, his mind reaches a state of nishchaya. Nishchaya means what? Determination and also confidence. Before undertaking an act, if we were to cross question and then not cross question, second guess ourselves and keep questioning ourselves again and again, correct thing na pandrena, am I doing the right thing, am I doing the right thing, then most likely you'll end up doing a bad job of the right thing that you're doing. Correct. On the other hand, when you know you're doing something and you think you're doing it right and you place the powers in the hand of the Lord and you're saying you're doing Lord's work, after that, what should you do? Work to your best. Correct? That's what he's now telling himself. I am working to my best because I am confident. Confident of grace. Okay, let's see the meaning and then see one more part of the practical application. Swayambhuhu Brahma, from the first 65th shloka. Swayambhuhu Brahma, the one who was self-manifest Brahma, Devas Chaiva, and the Devas, Agnihi cha Vayuhu cha, Agni and Vayu, Vajra Bhrit Puruhutaha, Vajra Bhrit, one who carries the Vajra. Who's that? Indra. Indra has another name, Puruhuta. Okay, so the wielder of the Vajra, Puruhuta, Indra, Pashahastaha Varunaha cha, the one who carries the Pasha. Varuna, the lord of the oceans, carries a rope with him. So that is Pashahasta Varunaha, therefore. Cha and Tathaiva cha, likewise and likewise. Somaditya, both Soma and Aditya, both sun and the moon. There are some versions. Then Mahatmanau Ashwinau cha, and the great Ashwini Kumaras. Marutaha, the Maruts. Sharvaha, Lord Shiva. Evacha, also. Cert, even also. May Siddhim Dishantu. May they give me success. So here it is not a prayer for success. It is a statement. They may give success to me. They may bless my endeavor. Sarvani Bhutani Yaha Bhutanam Prabhu Anye ye Adrishtaha Pathigocharaha Me Siddhim Dasyanti. Sarvani Bhutani, all the beings. I have named all the higher powers that I know. Beyond these, any other higher power that has been created by Bhagavan. Bhutaha automatically means that which is created by Bhagavan. So any being which has been created by Bhagavan, may that Yaha Bhutanam Prabhu, the Lord who has created all these Bhutas, that Lord also, if I have not named the right Lord, may that Lord also. Anye ye adrishtaha pathigocharaha. Others, ye adrishtaha, the unseen ones. Pathigocharaha refers to who are traveling on the path. Literal meaning is who are traveling in the celestial path, aerial path. Siddhas, Rishis, those people. Because here Siddhis, Rishis and Siddhas are not overtly mentioned, no. So Pathigocharaha refers to Siddhas and Rishis who can traverse the aerial path. May Siddhim Dasyanti, will give me success. Dasyanti, will give me success. So here the interesting point to be noted is Swayambhuhu Brahma is how he begins. Brahma, Swayambhur, Bhagavan. What does Swayambhu mean? One who is created by the self. Did Brahma create himself? Who created Brahma? Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Brahma found himself suddenly on a lotus, confused as to where he was. Narayanyam Bhagavatam. Amazing description of how he was very confused. Where am I? What am I doing here? What is the purpose of my existence? Nothing he knew. All he knew was to cry and then to do tapasya. Because he heard that voice saying tapa tapa, do tapasya, tapa achara. So he immediately started doing tapasya. Right? So here, Brahma, the word Swayambhu is used, saying that or implying that Kartrutvam is not in my hands. Just like Brahma is known as Swayambhu, though he was created by Lord Vishnu only, and he thinks himself to be self-manifest and the creator and he works, in the same way, I am merely an instrument. I am also Adhina to Bhagavan only, but here I have to act. So I have to work with that wheel of distinction between doer and non-doer. I have to think that I'm the doer and work, but the reality is I'm the non-doer. I'm not the doer. I'm merely an instrument. It is Bhagavan Karta, Hari Karta. I am only instrument. That feeling I know, but I have to do Vyavahara. Just like Brahma does Vyavahara. Vyavahara means what? Transactions, actions. The transaction he does of creation. If can he say, oh, I am non-different from the self and therefore can he go into himself and say that he will not create, then none of us will be there. He has to go into pravritti. He can't go into nivritti. Just like he Swayambhu, he becomes and he creates, same way I also have to work here. So for that purpose, there is a distinction between the doer, the action which is done, okay, and the method of doing the action. Otherwise, there is no such distinction at all. Correct? So Swayambhu is to say that there is apparent duality. I have recognized every karta has to recognize apparent duality and say that while I am the self and the non-doer, I still have to act as an instrument because I am in this world and I have to do my swadharma. That should be our attitude. Correct. That is why Swayambhu is referred. And the other interesting thing that I wanted to tell everyone is this. This is a very useful thing. You feel, oh, I am not alone. I have Brahma, I have Vishnu, I have Lord Vishnurama, I have Lord Shiva, I have Indra, I have everyone on my side. I am very, not powerful in the sense of I can wreak havoc, but I'm very powerful in the sense that I have confidence. I have confidence that comes from the power of the higher powers with me. Same way when our children write exams and they feel I am put in a spot, I have to perform in the 3-hour window and all my knowledge and all my hard work is reduced to the 3 hours of performance when I have to single-handedly deal with that exam paper, and therefore they take a lot of stress, right? At that time, that's why we should tell them, don't worry, I am praying for you. Your father is rooting for you. Don't worry, your aunts are all going to be happy when you do well. Your grandparents will be thrilled when you do well. If you do badly also, we are there for you. So that whole feeling, we have to create that feeling of security for our children. Same like how Hanuman is creating for himself. When we do that, children will learn to create it for themselves later. But at times when they're vulnerable, when we create that security, that safety net, that you're not alone, automatically, even for us, if we feel alone, we will start second guessing ourselves. We'll stop from acting. We will say, I will not commit to anything. I will not do this work. I will not do anything. We will sit. We will give up. That giving up, we should not do, no? So then we should not feel alone. We should identify we are not alone because first God is there on my side. Apart from God, who all are there on my side, even humans, whoever is on our side, we should create that safety net, that confidence net for ourselves. That Hanuman shows very beautifully through the shloka. I am not alone. I'm in an enemy territory, but still I have so many higher powers with me. I personally found this a very useful thing. Right. So if there are no further questions, we'll move on to the next shloka. Meaning is clear, I hope. Okay. Okay. Tadunnasam panduradantam Tadunnasam panduradantam pranam Tadunnasam panduradantamavranam Shuchismitam padmapalashalocanam Shuchismitam padmapalashalocanam Drakshyeetadaryavathanam kadanvaham Drakshyeetadaryavathanam kadanvaham Prasannataradhipatulya darshanam Prasannataradhipatulya-darshanam Tadunnasam panduradantamavranam Shuchismitam padmapalashalocanam Tadunnasam Panduradantamavranam Shuchismitam Padmapalashalochanam Drakshye Tadaryavadanam Kadanvaham Prasannataradhipatulya darshanam Drakshye Tadaryavadanam Kadanvaham Prasannataradhipatulya darshanam. Together. Tadunnasam Panduradantamavranam Shuchismitam Padmapalashalochanam Drakshye Tadaryavadanam Kadanvaham Prasannataradhipatulya darshanam. This shloka, along with the emerald shloka, the Maragada shloka, Namostu Ramaya, when any of you, if you are doing Namostu Ramayana and Nitya Parayana, chant 68 after that. Okay, because it is like Dhyana shloka on Sita Mata, who is the recipient of the veneration, Sita Mata primarily, right? So, in this shloka, it is like a dhyana shloka. It is like Sundara vigraham trinayanam. We'll say at Lalita Sastamam. No, like that here, her beautiful features, her face, everything is described. So we bring Sita Mata to our mind by chanting 68th shloka. Okay, elders believe that this should be clubbed together and chanted as a Navratna shloka. Okay, so what is the meaning? Unnasam Panduradantam Avranam. Unnasam, with a high nose. She doesn't have a flat nose. She has a beautifully sculpted, narrow, nicely made high nose. Panduradantam, white teeth. Avranam, blemishless face. No acne scars, no pimples, no freckles. Okay, blemishless face. Avranam. And then Shuchismitam, with a pleasing smile. Padmapalashalochanam, with eyes like a lotus petal. Okay. Prasannatara Tulya Darshanam. Tulya Darshanam means similar in appearance. Prasanna means pleasing. Tara Dhipa means Lord of the stars, namely the moon. So having a pleasing appearance like the moon. Okay. That Tadarya Vadanam, her beautiful face. Aham kada drakshyet. When will I ever see? Now Hanuman has not seen her face. This is how he has built her up to be. This is how we have not seen Lalita Devi's face. We only chant Sindhurarana Vigraham Trinayanam and then superimpose our own high nose, beautiful eyes, smile. But we feel as if we have seen her face, no? If she suddenly was to appear in front of her, she will appear exactly as we have visualized. That is her compassion. Okay, so we will not be confused. Same way, Sita Mata, he is imagining. Tadunnasam Panduradantam Avranam Shuchismitam Padma Palashalochanam Drakshye Tadarya Kadanvaham. Another reason why we should chant this shloka along with Namostu Ramaya is it shows the yearning of the Bhakta to see the Devi. When will I see? We should also ask like that. When will I see you? If we don't ask like that, why will she show herself? Janaka yearned for a daughter, he got her. He tilled the land and she appeared. She manifested before him. There was pasted in bhakti, the yearning. So this shloka teaches us how to yearn for her. We should cry for her. Kada drakshye, drakshye, kadanvaham drakshye, tadarya kadanvaham drakshye. Like this, if we keep telling the shloka, no, we will start imbuing an emotion. So please think of the meaning. Don't just chant it. Okay, tadunnasam panduradanta tamravaranam, all that is beautiful appearance. Drakshye tadarya kadanvaham is that question we should ask, $1 million question you should ask her. Okay, so that face, when will I see? He asked, and Valmiki in his typical style is close to the conclusion of this sarga. Kshudrena papena nrishamsa karmana. Kshudrena papena nrishamsa karmana. Sudarunalankrita veshadharina. Sudarunalankrita veshadharinam. Balabhibhuta hyabala tapasvini. Balabhibhuta hyabala tapasvini. Katham nu me drishtipatedya sa bhavet. Katham nu me drishtipatedya sa bhavet. Kshudrena papena nrishansa karmana. Sudarunalankrita veshadharina. Kshudrena papena nrishansa karmana. सुदारुणालङ्कृतवेषधारिणा बलाभिभूता ह्यबला तपस्विनी बलाभिभूता ह्यबला तपस्विनी कथं नु मे दृष्टिपथेत्य सा भवेत् कथं नु मे दृष्टिपथेत्य सा भवेत् कथं भवेत् नु when will she be, when will it be so, when will it be so? Shudrena papena. Here papa does not refer to sin, but papa refers to papi, the sinner. Shudrena, Tritiya Vibhakti, by the mean. Papena, by the mean sinner. Who Ravana. Drishamsa karmana, Tritiya Vibhakti, by the man who has performed cruel deeds. Drishamsa karmana. Sudaruna lankrita veshadharina. Veshadharina, one who has an appearance. Sudaruna alankrita, alankrita, endowed. Sudaruna, dreadful. One who is endowed with a dreadful appearance. By the one who is endowed with a dreadful appearance, namely Ravana. Balabhi bhuta, one who has been overpowered. That is Sita. Tapasvini, okay, the ascetic lady, Sita. Sa abala, that weak lady. Weak does not mean weak only in terms of physical strength, but that helpless one who did not have Rama and Lakshmana by her side at that time. Adya, now, me drishtipathe, in my range of view, katham bhavetru, when will she come? When will that Sita Mata, who was abducted by that horrible Ravana of cruel deeds and terrible looks, that ascetic lady, that one who was overpowered by this Ravana, when will she come in my line of sight? Asked Hanuman. Here again, when we go back to the deeper meaning, when we take Sita Mata as Sakshat Devi, why don't we see her? Why is Devi not in her Drishtipatha? Why is Devi not in our Drishtipatha? Why are we not able to see her? Because what do we see instead of her? We see Sansara. We see the world. Correct? So here the world can be equated to Shudrena, Papena, Nishamsa Karmana, Sudarunalankrita Veshadharina, Jagata, Avibhuta, Tapasvini, Katham no Drishtipate Devavet. When will she come in my line of vision? When he asks, he's saying, when will I not see the samsara and when will I see her? Deeper meaning for the seeker. Okay, the seeker who wants to seek Ambal looks at the world as being dreadful and says, she is the reality. I am not seeing her. Instead, I am seeing the dreadful world. Okay, I hope the meaning is clear. It's like an allegory or a symbolism. This Ravana is a symbolism here for the world, Jagat, Maya. Okay, va? Clear, huh? If I'm going too fast,
Ma'am, what is that bala abhibhuta wabala?
Balabhibhuta, here Bala Tapaswini, Balabhibhuta na abducted or overpowered by force. The world is like that, no? It takes us away from God by force. Even if we say today whole day I'm going to chant Ramanama, Ramanama, what happens? Hundreds of distractions come. Yes or no? Even for people who think we don't have too many commitments in this world, hundreds of distractions come. So what is the solution to that? Offer that also at Rama's feet and say, I am trying to chant your name today. Whatever time however number of times I manage to chant it, treat it as me chanting it throughout the day. Like we say in Subramanya Bhajangam also, now I have remembered you. When I'm able to remember you, I have remembered you and I've called you. So when I need you, you have to come. At that time, I may not be able to call you. Same way, Lord Rama also, however many times I'm able to chant your name, I will chant. However many times I'm able to pray, I will pray. But whatever I pray, it is your job to take it from me and to bless me. Right? That's what is leaving it in the feet of, the hands of the Lord, right? So that's what we should do. So the word tapaswini here is because she is tapaswini is not because she is doing tapasya in the sense of the traditional tapasya, but what she is doing is she's yearning for Rama. It is that tapas for Rama that is giving her the epithet tapaswini in this shloka as per the commentator Bhushlakara. Okay, so with this we this is Sarga. Iti Shrimad Ramayane Sundarakande Trayodasha Sargaha. So now we move on to the next Sarga.
Ma'am, one down, ma'am.
Please ask, please ask.
Ma'am, here Ravana is like world, no, ma'am. So Sita Devi is the real god, and
we are trying to see her.
Hanuman, ma'am, Guru.
The Jivatma who is trying to find God. Okay, Jivatma was trying to find Devi. And therefore, what is he seeing instead of her? He's seeing the world, dreadful world, that way.
Maya. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, Ravana be equated to mind also, no, ma'am. Here
Yes, The beauty
So-
about Sahitya is the metaphors can change.
Okay.
Okay, that is why every metaphor I'm carefully explaining. Okay, I'm not saying go to the earlier interpretation and then apply the same matrix onto this. I have told that before in, I think, the 12th Sarga and all. But here, I'm giving you the metaphor afresh. We are completely at liberty to take it or to discard it also. If you find it confusing, we can always take only the Hanuman's Bhakta Bhava of where is Sita Mata? She's been taken by Ravana. Oh no, I can't see her anywhere. When will I ever see her? That thought, fine. Literal meaning, fine. That also has so much beauty and so much of meaning, right? The yearning to see a fire. Okay, 14.
Ma'am, the previous shloka also totally like Matangi Devi only, ma'am. So SD's Shamla Dandakam's description of the Devi, her teeth and everything, no, ma'am, same. Like just that Tambula Puritamukhi is not there, but not the red colored tinge is not there in the mouth, but the teeth and all is totally white is what.
It's like it's a small, like a jhalak. A few things are there, and yeah, correct. Few things are there, few things are not. Possibly we should say the more Lakshmi Devi traits are there. Okay, yeah, okay. So we'll move to the next. Good observation, but Priyaji. अथ चतुर्दश सर्गाः Ashokavanikānveshanam. See, Valmiki takes his time searching the Ashokavanika in this particular chapter. Okay, so we should also go slow with Valmiki and understand what he's telling us. Samuhurtamiva dhyatva manasa chadhigamyatam avapluto mahatejah prakaram tasya veshmanah samuhurtamiva dhyatva manasa chadhigamyatam samuhurtamiva dhyatva manasa chadhigamyatam avapluto mahatejah prakaram tasya veshmanah avapluto mahatejah prakaram tasya veshmanah together samuhurtamiva dhyatva manasa chadhigamyatam avapluto mahatejah prakaram tasya veshmanah. Avaplutah, not a verb really, it's a noun, but it means one who leapt over. Who leapt over? Hanuman. The Krudanta Padam. Mahatejaha Saha. He, the Mahateja, the one with great effulgence. Here the effulgence is that of confidence and resolve. Muhurtam iva dhyatva. For a short while having thought over. Dhyatva, having contemplated. Tam. The word tam, the pronoun here, at the end of the first line, see, tam, refers to Ashokavanikam. That Ashokavana. Manasa Adhigamya. It, according to Tilaka, the tam refers to Sita. Sita Mata Manasa Adhigamya. Having reached Sita Mata with his mind. The word tam literally means Ashokavana. Having mentally reached the Ashokavana. Tasya Veshmanaha. Kasya Ravanasya. Ravana's palaces. Prakaram, boundary wall. There is a boundary wall between Ravana's palace and the Ashokavanika. That boundary wall, Avaplutaha, he was one who leapt over. Avaplutaha Abhavat, he was one who leapt over he leapt over the boundary wall. Okay, so having thought for a short while, and having reached Sita Mata, or as the case may be, having reached Ashokavana, he leapt over the boundary wall. Satu samhrishta sarvangah स तु संहृष्ट सर्वाङ्गः प्राकारस्थो महाकपिः प्राकारस्थो महाकपिः पुष्पिताग्रान् वसन्तादौ पुष्पिताग्रान् वसन्तादौ ददर्श विविधान् शुभान् ददर्श विविधान् शुभान् स तु संहृष्ट सर्वाङ्गः प्राकारस्थो महाकपिः स तु संहृष्ट सर्वाङ्गः प्राकारस्थो महाकपिः पुष्पिताग्रान् वसन्तादौ ददर्श विविधान् शुभान् पुष्पिताग्रान् वसन्तादौ ददर्श विविधान् शुभान् टुगेदर स तु संहृष्ट सर्वाङ्गः प्राकारस्थो महाकपिः पुष्पिताग्रान् वसन्तादौ ददर्श विविधान् शुभान्. Next shloka also we will take for the Anvaya. सालानशोकान् भव्यान्श्च सालानशोकान् भव्यान्श्च चम्पकांश्च सुपुष्पितान् चम्पकांश्च सुपुष्पितान् उद्दालकान् नागवृक्षान् उद्दालकान् नागवृक्षान् च्यूतान् कपिमुखानपि च्यूतान् कपिमुखानपि सालानशोकान् भव्यान्श्च चम्पकांश्च सुपुष्पितान् सालानशोकान् भव्यान्श्च चम्पकांश्च सुपुष्पितान् उद्दालकान् नागवृक्षान् च्यूतान् कपिमुखानपि उद्दालकान् नागवृक्षान् च्यूतान् कपिमुखानपि. Now for these together once. सालानशोकान् भव्यान्श्च चम्पकांश्च सुपुष्पितान् उद्दालकान् नागवृक्षान् च्यूतान् कपिमुखानपि. Now let's look at the Anvaya. Here we have to add the verb dadasha, he saw. Prakarasthaha saha mahakapihi. One who was situated on the boundary wall, that great monkey, Hanuman. How was he? Samhrishta sarvangaha. Okay, one who has sarva angaha, every anga of his, samhrishtaha, was thrilled, delighted. He had a very, see, before we, when we are in the zone, when we do something very nicely, our whole body sings, our whole body feels happy, not just the heart. For whole body language, if you see, this example you can see best in small children. You can see in some adults also who are very, very self-actualized in their work. So when you see that you do what you're meant to be doing and you're doing it correctly and you're doing it well, you're very happy. Samhrishta Sarvaga, he has not seen Sita Mata yet. He has met with countless disappointments. He has pulled himself up every single time. Now also he surrendered at the feet of Jagan Mata and told, show yourself to me. He is now fully confident. And how is he going? Happy. Our body language when we undertake any effort should be happy and positive. If we go there saying, I'm going to do this work, then we should be positive about it. If you are going to look uninterested, dull, drab, or chalo karke dekh lenge, then chalo karke dekh lenge, to kuch nahi hoga, nothing will happen. If we want to do something, we'll say, I will do it now. Okay, so that attitude, samhrishta sarvangaha. Again, I will tell this to children only when they are studying for exams. Okay, look happy about it. Be happy when you're doing your work. Be happy that you're having a chance to study this today instead of writing the exam today. So whatever it takes, but essentially be happy when you're doing any work. Be happy when you're cooking. Be happy when you're studying. Be happy when you're chanting Sundarakandam. So samhrishta sarvangaha, one who was happy in every limb. Vasanta, so what was he doing? In this Ashokavanaka, Dadarsha, correct? He's seeing the Dadarsha, Ashokavana. How is it? Vasanta, though, in the beginning of spring. Okay, this is in Chaitra Masa. When he is having this darshan of Sita Mata, it is Chaitra Masa. Pushpita Agran, therefore spring season, flowers will be there. Pushpita Agran Vividhan Dhruvan. with blossomed tops. Agra means top, peaks. Okay, agra of the trees are what? Pushpita agraha. They are blossomed tops of the trees, tree tops. Vividhan druman, different trees with blossomed tops. Salan, Bhavyan, Ashokan. So Dadasha, he saw. Salan, Bhavyan, Ashokan. Sala means Sala trees. We know the teak trees in the Indian teak is sal, no? That's sal tree. Then Bhavya. Bhavya, according to Shiromani Tikakara, means Bhavya, beautiful. But Bhushnakara, Tikakara, gives a beautiful meaning. Govind Raja Acharya, he gives a beautiful meaning. Bhavaha. Bhavyaha means what? Bhavaha, Arhaha, Bhavyaha. Who's Bhava? Who's Bhava? Shiva. What is Shiva Arha tree? What is the tree which is fit for Lord Shiva?
Bilva tree, ma'am.
Bilva tree, Bilva tree.
Bilva. Very soon now for Shivratri, we are going to release a special video on the significance of Bilva leaves in the worship of Lord Shiva. So do watch that video. But apart from that, Bilva is the most auspicious tree for Lord Shiva. Bhavasya Haraha, so Bhavyaha. So Araha, Tavyat Pratyayat, right? So Bhavyaha means one, that which is Bhavyan therefore refers to the Bilva trees. Ashokan refers to here the Ashoka trees. Supushpitan Champakaha, Champakascha. So well blossomed Champaka trees. Uddalaka trees. Okay, Uddalaka trees you've seen earlier also. In the description of the place leading up to the Lanka city, all these trees were seen. Uddalaka vrikshaha, Naga vrikshaha, Naga trees. Okay, so then Chutan trees. Chuta refers to mango flowers. Okay, mango trees, sorry, mango trees. Then Kapimukhan. Kapimukhaha refers to, very, very cute name, no? Kapi means monkey. Mukha means what? Mouth. What is snout of the monkey is red in color. Correct? So Kapimukhaha are trees whose fruits are like the snouts of monkeys and therefore are red in color, like the monkey snout. Okay, so it's called Kodipanju, flame of forest kind of tree. In Tamil, it is called Kodipanju. In Latin name, I was jobless, so I researched Delonix regia. Okay, never heard of it, but yeah, I know Mangifera indica, it's mango, but Delonix regia is this flame of forest tree which has fruits like a monkey snout, basically red in color. It is such a colorful and interesting and spicy name that I wanted to find out what is this tree. If you Google it also, you will find the flowers, the fruits, they actually look like monkey snouts. Okay, so Kapimukhan Dadarsha. He saw these kinds of trees. Okay, so this is what he is seeing in the Ashokavana. So we must never think, at least those of us who learned Sundarakandam must never think Ashokavana was full of Ashoka trees. Ashokavana was full of many trees, and Sita Mata was found under the Shinshupa tree. She was not found under an Ashoka tree. Right? So then we'll move forward. Athamravana Sanchannam. Athamravana Sanchannam. Lata Shata Samavritam. Lata Shata Samavritam. Jamukta Ivanarachaha. Jamukta Ivanarachaha. Pupluve Vrikshavatikam. Pupluve Vrikshavatikam. Athamravana Sanchannam. Lata Shata Samavritam. Athamravana Sanchannam. Lata Shata Samavritam. Jamukta Ivanarachaha. Pupluve Vrikshavatikam. Jamukta Ivanarachaha. Pupluve Vrikshavatikam. Together. Athamravana Sanchannam. Lata Shata Samavritam. Jamukta Ivanarachaha. Pupluve Vrikshavatikam. Pupluve is a verb. Pupluve means to leap. Here the meaning is he leapt into, penetrated into the verb, phrasal. It has to be made into a phrasal verb. It's not just a verb. Leapt into what? Atha, then. Amravana Sanchannam, filled with mango trees. Okay. Lata Shata Samakulam, overgrown with Lata Shata. Lata means creeper, Shata means 100. Overgrown with hundreds of creepers. This is also for concealment purpose only. Right? If you have a thick undergrowth of creepers, you can't see what is happening inside the forest, right? So latashata samavrita, samakula. If you have a different heights, trees at different levels, automatically the level of concealment will be very high. Vrikshavatikam, groves of trees. Jamuktaha narachaha iva pupluve. He leapt into like Jamuktaha, that which has been released. Narachaha, arrow. Released from where? Jamuktaha, that which has been released from where? From a bow. Okay. Narachaha iva, like an arrow. So, like an arrow that has been released from a bow, he penetrated. He entered the Ashokavarika. So, once he saw this place, he shot into the place like an arrow. Sapravishya vichitram tam, sapravishya vichitram tam, vihagair abhinaditam, vihagair abhinaditam, rajatai kanchanaishchaiva, rajatai kanchanaishchaiva, padapai sarvato vritam, padapai sarvato vritam. Sapravishya vichitram tam, vihagairabhinaditam, sapravishya vichitram tam, vihagairabhinaditam, rajatai kanchanaishchaiva, padapai sarvato vritam, rajatai kanchanaishchaiva, padapai sarvato vritam. Together. Sapravishya vichitram tam, vihagairabhinaditam, rajatai kanchanaishchaiva, padapai sarvato vritam. So, saha Ashokavanikam dadarsha. Saha is given here. Ashokavanikam dadarsha, we have to keep adding. Otherwise, I have to take 4 or 5 shlokas and then do the Anvaya. I'm not doing that. So I'm just making you add 2 words. Ashokavanikam dadarsha. He saw the Ashokavana. What kind? Saha. Vichitram. That wonderful. Tam. Ashokavanikam. Pravishya. Having entered. Vihagaihi abhinaditam. Ashokavanikam. Pravishya. Vihagaihi. By birds. Abhinaditam. Resounding with the sound of. Okay. Rajataihi kanchanaihi cha eva padapaihi. With silver and golden topped trees. This does not mean the trees are made of gold and silver. What it means is the flowers, the leaves and the fruits give it the appearance of silver and golden trees. Rajataihi kanchanaihi padapaihi chaiva. Sarvataha vritam ashokavanikam pravishya. Having entered this Ashokavana. Sarvato vritam means padapaihi, sarvato vritam means covered everywhere. So covered everywhere with these kind of trees, having entered, you have to take to the next shloka to do the Anvaya. The Darsha will be added there, sorry, not here. Next shloka. Vihagair mriga sanghaischa, vihagair mriga sanghaischa, vichitram chitrakananam, vichitram chitrakananam, uditaditya sankasham, uditaditya sankasham, dadarsha hanuman kapihi, dadarsha hanuman kapihi. Oh, good. Dadarsha is here only, so it's easy. Dadarsha hanuman kapihi. Line by line. Vihagair mriga sanghaischa, vichitram chitrakananam, vihagair mriga sanghaischa, vichitram chitrakananam, uditaditya sankasham, dadarsha hanuman kapihi, uditaditya sankasham, dadarsha hanuman kapihi. Together. Vihagair mriga sanghaischa, vichitram chitrakananam, uditaditya sankasham, dadarsha hanuman kapihi. So, vihagaihi, mriga sanghaihi cha. With vihaga refers to birds. Okay. Mriga Sanghaihi, with collections of animals. Cha, and Vichitram Chitrakananam, colorful, beautiful. Vichitram refers to colorful here. Chitra refers to color also, not just wonderful. So Vichitram refers to colorful. Chitra refers to beautiful. Kananam refers to forest. Udita Aditya Sankasham, in the resembling a newly risen sun. Okay. Hanuman Ashokavanikam, Hanuman Dadarsha, Hanuman Kapihi Dadarsha. That monkey Hanuman saw that kind of Ashokavana. I hope the meaning is clear. If you want me to repeat any particular word, ask me. Okay. Vritam nana vidhair vrikshaihi, Vritam nana vidhair vrikshaihi, Pushpopagaphalopagai, Pushpopagaphalopagaiः कोकिलैर्भृङ्गराजैश्च कोकिलैर्भृङ्गराजैश्च मत्तैर्नित्यनिषेविताम् मत्तैर्नित्यनिषेविताम् वृतां नानाविधैर्वृक्षैः पुष्पोपगफलोपगैः वृतां नानाविधैर्वृक्षैः पुष्पोपगफलोपगैः कोकिलैर्भृङ्गराजैश्च मत्तैर्नित्यनिषेविताम् कोकिलैर्भृङ्गराजैश्च मत्तैर्नित्यनिषेविताम् together वृतां नानाविधैर्वृक्षैः पुष्पोपगफलोपगैः कोकिलैर्भृङ्गराजैश्च मत्तैर्नित्यनिषेविताम् नानाविधैर्वृक्षैः वृताम् with different kinds of trees. Nanavidhaihi, different kinds, vrikshaihi, trees. Tritiya vibhakti bahuvachanam, with different kinds of trees. Vritam, covered. Pushpopaga phalopagaihi, with replete with flowers and fruits. Okay. Kokilaihi, bhringarajaihi cha, with songbirds like the koil. Bhringaraja, Bhringa refers to the bees. Okay, Bhringaraja refers to collections of bees. Okay, so with collection of bees, Mattaihi, here Mattaihi simply means intoxicated. Here we must remember it is Basante, in the beginning of spring. So what is intoxicated? The birds. The bird sounds as if it is very intoxicated. So Mattaihi refers to the bird song. Nitya Nishevitam, always present. It was all Ashokavanikam Dadarsha. This kind of Ashokavana, Sahakapihi Dadarsha, he saw. Prahishtamanuje, Prahishtamanuje Kale, Prahishtamanuje Kale, Mrigapakshi Samakule, Mrigapakshi Samakule, Mattabarhina Sanghushtam, Mattabarhina Sanghushtam, Nanadvija Ganayutam, Nanadvija Ganayutam, Prahishtamanuje Kale, Mrigapakshi Samakule, Prahishtamanuje Kale, Mrigapakshi Samakule, Mattabarhina Sanghushtam, Nanadvijaganayutam, Mattabarhina Sanghushtam, Nanadvijasamaganaayutam, Prahishtamanuje Kale, Mrigapakshi Samakule, Mattabarhina Sanghushtam Nanatvijaganayutam. Now, Prahrishtam Anuje Kale, Saptami Vibhakti. At a time which was pleasing, Prahrishtam, pleasing, Anuje, to others. At a time which was pleasing to others. What does that mean? At the beginning of spring, all beings are very happy. They feel light. Okay, it is a time for them to be happy. So, Prahrishtam Anuje Kale, according to Tilaka commentary, refers to Vasanta Pragbhave, at the beginning of spring. Okay, so at the appropriate time, which was pleasing to everyone. Mriga Pakshi Samakule. Samakule means rendered noisy with the sound of the Mriga, animals, deer, and Pakshi, the birds. And Matta Barihina Sanghushtam, with the collection of Matta Barihina. Barhina refers to peacock. Matta Barihina refers to vain peacock. Okay, at the beginning of spring, the peacocks strut about vainly. So with large collection of such proud peacocks, we say proud peacock, no, that peacock, proud peacock. Nana Dvija Ganayutam, with many species of, Dvija means bird. Okay, so Nana Dvija, we've seen before also. Dvija also means bird, right? That which has two birds. Okay, oviparous, right? So we say Dvija is 2 times bird. So bird. Nana Dvija Ganayuta, with different collections of birds. Ashokavanikam Saha Hanuman Dadarsha. That Ashokavana Hanuman saw. Let's just see what is the next shloka. If we should do that today. Yeah, we'll do this today and stop. Margamano Vararoham, Margamano Vararoham, Rajaputri Maninditam, Rajaputri Maninditam, Sukha Prasuptan Vihagan, Sukha Prasuptan Vihagan, Bodhayamasa Vanaraha, Bodhayamasa Vanaraha, Margamano Vararoham, Rajaputri Maninditam, Margamano Vararoham, Rajaputri Maninditam, Sukha Prasuptan Vihagan, Bodhayamasa Vanaraha, Sukha Prasuptan Vihagan, Bodhayamasa Vanaraha. Together. Margamano Vararoham, Rajaputri Maninditam, Sukha Prasuptan Vihagan, Bodhayamasa Vanaraha. Vanaraha, Hanuman. Vararoham Aninditam Rajaputrim Margamanaha, Hanuman. Vararoham, one who is born in a noble family. Vara means noble. Aroha, Arohanam means what? One who has stepped up to. Okay, so one who is born in a noble family, it can also be taken as one who is married into a noble family. One who has stepped up into a noble family. That way also we can take. Aninditam, the blameless one. Rajaputri, the princess. Margamanaha, one who was searching, namely Hanuman. So Hanuman, who was searching for the blameless princess who was born in a noble family. Sukha Prasuptan Vihagan Bodhayamasa. Sukha Prasuptan means Sukhena Prasuptam, happily sleeping. What was happily sleeping in the trees? Vihagaha. So the birds, Vihagan Bodhayamasa. What has he done? He has now launched himself like an arrow from a bow. When he launched himself, in that fraction of a second when he launched himself, we saw 8 shlokas. It took us 8 shlokas to study the launching of Hanuman in a fraction of a second. At that time, he has observed all these things. The trees which are there, the animals which are there, the birds which are there, the peacocks which are there. He's not a thing has missed his sight. The fruits, the flowers, what are the names of the trees, everything Valmiki has noted because it ran through Hanuman's mind. And then, because he shot like an arrow, what woke up? All the sleeping birds were rudely awakened. Bodhayamasa, he awakened. Okay, so with this we will close for today's class. And